G, bro. Ooh, baby, I like it, boy. Yeah, baby, I like it, boy. Ooh, baby, I like it, boy. Yeah, baby, I like it, boy.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, ladies and gentlemen. Get your alarm clocks ready, folks, and wake up! Unlike I did. Again, back-to-back weeks. It's been long and tough long. I mentioned long and hard, and all right, don't get excited like Jimmy would. It's just been rough getting up in the morning. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. We're here. God damn it. It is 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll take the hit on this one again. Anyway, if you don't know who I am, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the pundit, the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to say to talk some lucha libre today. And I am not here alone. I am here with my brother from down under, the one and only Jimmy T from the PWC. And Jimmy T, apparently we are not alone, folks.
That's right, we're not, because Dr. Michael Jago is in his house joining us on Like a Raw.
I thought I would pop in and say hi to my good friend, Big Ray Hernandez.
Yeah, not Jimmy. Jimmy's an asshole.
Today is the last day that we're friends for like 2 weeks, right?
Yes, because the Indiana Pacers, ladies and gentlemen, and the New York Knickerbockers are going to the Eastern Conference Championship Finals for the first time. So did they play in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals in 1999?
Yes.
It was. That's the Sprewell Houston. Who was it? Sprewell Houston. Ewing was there, but he was hurt. We had Marcus Camby starting. You guys had who was your team? You had Reggie Miller, obviously. Rick Smits.
It was the Reggie Miller show, right? I mean that was the year that the Pacers went to the finals and got spanked by the Lakers.
Oh, that's
and Reggie
right.
Miller had a killer game against the Knicks too, if you remember, a killer series. To be fair,
was that the series? No, we went to the World.
That wasn't 8 points and 8.9 seconds.
You lost that one. You lost that one. Actually, you're right.
Went
the one
to the
with Spike Lee.
The choking game.
Yep.
Well, anyway.
It was just the anniversary of that. It was 30 years ago, just the other day.
Fuck, no shit. And I remember that like it was yesterday. Wow.
Well, listen, no matter what happens, the most important thing is that the New York Knicks win. That's the most important thing. That's it.
I feel like you're going to be very disappointed, Ray.
I don't think so. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to say this. For those assholes, those pieces of shit, those losers, those morons, those bitches, those punks, those assholes. Did I mention assholes? I did. Those pieces of human waste that went to the streets and threw garbage at that kid that was wearing, well, not kid, fucking fireman that was wearing an Indiana Pacers jersey. I want to explain something to people. See, in New York City, we have this thing where we have fans of sports and we have assholes that don't even know anything about the sports and just want to go out there and start a fucking fight or want to cause problems. So those aren't New York Knicks fans. I'm a New York Knicks fan. If I see a fucking guy wearing a Pacers jersey, the worst he'll get is a middle finger and a boo. That's about it. You know, I fucked your mom. That's why you know that you're that short or whatever the fuck it is. I would never fucking attack anyone. Jargo, how did you feel as an Indiana Pacers fan? You know, I feel offended because I know that it gives us a bad rep. This is bullshit.
Well, y'all are better than that. And I know y'all are better than that because I'm friends with a bunch of you New York people. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean you people? What do you mean New York people?
You know exactly what I mean, you people. 8-Track Brown.
Oh, that's racist.
I know, right? Well, it's Indiana. We get accused of that all the time.
Everything's racist, apparently. If you sneeze wrong, it's racist. You know the deal.
But no, I know you guys are better than that, and I know that they're just, New York douchebags, and they're not even real New Yorkers. They're probably from New Jersey.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They play from Australia.
Yeah, we know. You
Australian pricks.
But wow. I do like the Pacers in this series, and it's nothing against the Knicks. It's against your coach. It's against Tibbs because Tibbs only runs about 6 deep, and I think the Pacers are going to run you out of the building. Like the Pacers are a physical team in a different sort of way. Like they're not going to like get down low and beat you up. They will just run you out of the gym.
All right, let me explain something.
And that's the problem with Tibbs teams, man. And we had the same issue at the Bulls when Tibbs was the coach.
They're too thin.
Jimmy, turn off your back. If you go into settings,
it's cracking me up, man. I'm loving the green screen visor. It's absolutely
he has no background. Anyway, so let me explain something about Tibbs teams and something that you may not understand. Tibbs, the Knicks are so conditioned to play 40 to 45 minutes a game. You ain't gonna tire us out. So when you guys are tired and when you guys have to bring Joe Schmo the Eskimo off the bench, we still got our starting 5 out there with Cat shooting 3-pointers from fucking midcourt.
You still got your starting 5 out there with their hands on their knees, gasping for air.
They don't gasp.
Halliburton and company have been running you out of the gym. It's all going to be about pace. Whoever controls the pace is going to win this series.
But he plays these teams too hard, Ray. I'm telling you. What do you think Ro's done his knee?
Let me ask you a question. How you gonna run with when they take out your knees? The Knicks are so physical. The Knicks are so. Look what they did. Look what they did to poor Jason Tatum. Unfortunately, Jason Tatum.
Come on now.
Jason Tatum snapped his leg.
It was a non-contact injury.
I heard, and this is a fact that Jason Tatum, in fact, snapped his own leg because he knew that they were going to lose and they were going to lose bad.
He was on good authority that he is such a Kobe Bryant fan that he decided to tear his ACL.
Right. He's like, Jimmy, he was like, yo, let me just fucking pop this thing. You know, I'll be a martyr or what have you. And that's what happened. He did it on purpose. Speaking of people busting their knees and breaking things and all this other fun shit, we have some wrestling news here. So let me just jump. Oh, by the way, I love your hat, Jargo.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Take. What happened to the nice hat that you had? Let me see your sweater.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful sweater. Look.
Yeah, I know.
Where's yours, Jimmy? Right? Where's yours? Look, Jimmy's wearing a racist one. I don't know how it's racist. Everything is
kind of. I think. Yeah. I got.
Oh fuck!
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Much more better. Very much more better. Just for Big Ray.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Want to play this fucking game? You want to play this fucking game, you son of a bitch?
What?
This guy. Oh, fucking hell, man.
Whose jersey is that, Ray? I can't see the number.
That looks old, man.
Whose jersey is that?
Anthony Mason. I don't know if you can see that.
Shit. All right, Peter Anthony Mason.
That's
man.
a dope jersey. That
is dope.
That's a 1994 Anthony Mason, folks.
I figured you beat up John Starks and stole his jersey. That's really what I thought happened there.
You fucking wear Pacer shit on my show. Goddamn you.
No, I'm wearing my Monday Night Raw t-shirt.
Oh shit. That's so cool. You have a 0 on it. That's the amount of games that the Pacers are going to win. 0. Yeah, 0. Yes, Halliburton's a 0. I agree. I wish I had a bag of garbage right now.
We get close enough to Boston. You can go get one.
You know what? Fucking shit. Unfucking believable. You know what? Just go to Monkeys in the Truck. Pro Wrestling. All right, folks. Hey, fun fact. We're going to do some weird shit because I'm going to break some news that actually had to do with Raw. Usually I wait till we talk about Raw to talk about it, but, you know, we're not going to spend too much time on Raw today because I got to get out of here at 12. But anyway, here's the deal. Yes, Tyrese Halliburton was on Raw last night. And yes, Tyrese Halliburton will be in the WWE 2K25 game. But I also have just found out. Jimmy, get the button ready.
All right.
that Jalen Brunson will also, I'm sorry, I got to do this again, also be in the game. And there will be an additional NBA star. My guess is it's probably going to be maybe like a Shaquille O'Neal or something like that. What do you think there, guys?
Be LeBron James.
I doubt
it's got to be Brunson, man. They've been like advertising.
No, it is Brunson.
Well, the nice thing about including Brunson is it'll be a small download.
Oh, okay, all right. Then, yeah, I have no idea, man. Who could it possibly be? It could be anyone. Do you really think it would be LeBron?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't think so either.
They got that money. They got that money.
I don't like it.
I think Josh is right in the chat. T and Cooper are saying Travis Scott. I think he will be in the game too.
Yeah, but they said a basketball player. They said it's gonna be.
I know.
So
I'm trying to figure out who would it be. Like, could it be one of the Mellows?
No, come on. He said basketball players, not assholes.
Yeah, I know that's true. But they've got history with WWE too.
Anyway, listen, I just want to really quickly say thank you to Michael Vasquez for jumping in. Frank's Pickleball ass. We also have Elizabeth, the lovely Elizabeth. We have Chris Winland, the mighty Bobo. Did I mention Frank's Pickleball ass? I probably did. Cold Blooded is here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the master and ruler of the world, Zane Vicious. What else we have? We have J12. Did you get your J12 shot? I didn't because my allergies are fucking with me. What else we got here? We got Paul, aka the shooter. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. What else we got here? Big Ray is in the house complaining that he woke up late. I'm going down the line. If I missed you, please forgive me. I love you. And I did not sleep with your mother. Oh, the professor. I believe this is the Professor Chabala Cruz. It could be H-Rack Brown. Nobody knows who the fuck it is. Oh, it is the professor. Okay, there it is. And let's jump into some. Oh, G-Ball. 333 ball.
The G ball
must be nice having 333,000 balls, whatever it is.
I like somebody saying that it's going to be Jokic, and I could get down with that. Like Jokic versus Gunther would be amazing.
Kenny effing Powers is here. That would be fun.
And by the way, I did get a text, Kenny, from Brandon. So yeah, and he told me he was okay. But thank you. And by the way, I listened to the track that you told me about. I'll get back to you after the show.
The Tornado. Jerome is in the house, folks. Jerome is in the house. There was a tornado. He survived. TN Couponer.
Dude, let me tell you this, man. And if Vet is listening, he can vouch. But we were doing the watch along, myself, Vet, and Brandon on the second half of Raw after the Impact attack.
That's pretty good.
And man, we're hearing like weird sounds, and Vic goes, "Oh, I thought it was your dog," and so did I. I thought it was the dog, until Liz said, "That sounds like sirens." And then I thought about it. My God, I go, it did. And then it was just loud, dude. All you're hearing is woo at like 12 midnight.
Where were the sirens going off? On you in your or Vet
no,
or you for
Brandon's. You? No, with Brandon.
Oh, for Brandon,
dude.
Oh no.
And when Liz actually said, funny enough, she goes, she's got PTSD from those sirens. Man, I would get PTSD from those sirens. They remind me of World War II and shit.
Oh God, Liz, you would not survive here in New York.
They bombed the hell out of Australia in World War II, and that's why
Japan fucking did. Actually, as a matter of fact, that's when we actually loved you culturally and every other way. Other than we went more Americanized than British wise because you guys bailed us out while the British didn't do shit. Yeah, well, and since then, we've been in every war with you guys because of that.
That's right. So on your knees and thank us, you Aussie piece of crap.
Hey, it's true. It's a true story. Just
so you know, Jimmy, that the people that the Americans that helped you out were all New York Knicks fans. The ones that didn't show up were Indiana Pacers fans.
Oh God, I'm looking forward to this.
That's a cultural fact. How dare you wear that shirt and that stupid hat?
Well, thank you, Frank.
You know he can hear you, right?
Oh, no, I'm AI, Jago.
I'm talking about you,
Doesn't matter what I hear.
PW Insider is saying that John Cena and Travis Scott are likely to team up in the main event of Money in the Bank. Likely Cody Rhodes on the other side with his and Cody Rhodes will he will tag team with his dog. His dog will be in the other. I'm kidding.
Pharaoh over strong.
Yeah, Bear is that the name of the dog? That dog is
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh,
yeah.
Bear, Pharaoh, same shit.
He's old too, man.
Yeah, he's the one that has to kind of like stay back in the house now.
Well, after the PTSD that poor dog got from the fireworks and shit, I mean, that's fucked up.
I forgot to mention this. Maybe I could play some music. Nah, I don't know, play music. I don't have time for that. But what has two thumbs, right? Two thumbs. And tomorrow is going to game 1 of the Eastern Conference Championship at Madison Square Garden.
You say it, Jugger.
Come on. Sir. I can't hold the soul so long.
Joe Hendry?
No! Me!
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So now when the Knicks lose, everybody knows that guy's fault.
Well, no, here's the thing. I've never gone to a Knicks playoff game in my life. And I was fortunate to be invited. I was fortunate to go. I'm fortunate to go, number one. Number two, the Knicks haven't won because I haven't gone. So be prepared. Tomorrow's going to be a special, special night for us here in New York. No garbage thrown, no bread, no water, just meat. That's how I want it. That's how I like it. Anyway, anybody give a shit about John Cena and Travis Scott?
No, but I'll tell you what I am very disappointed about.
Here we go.
John Cena versus R-Truth, Saturday night, main event,
amazing.
This Saturday. It's going to be freaking great. And the title's not on the line? Why is the title not on the line?
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure they said that last night.
Why would the title not be on the line?
Like, what are we doing?
I'm not happy with that.
And even the creative program itself has kind of sucked.
Look, I understand why they would do that though, Jugger, because really what has Truth done to earn a title match when you think about it?
Been there for 40 years.
I know. Hey, I agree. I would have thought it would have been for the title, but I could understand why they would have done that though too at the same time.
I don't like that.
I mean, are we really pretending like people in WWE earn their championship matches?
Of course not.
I mean,
come on. But you know what I mean? Like, technically,
I don't like that.
But
I thought it was a world title. I thought it takes everything away from it then.
Do you remember when they had the 30-day clause?
Well, yeah, but Cena would be within the 30-day clause, right?
No, but that way there's an excuse for not putting the title on the line, for example.
I mean, it just seems like there's no way John Cena is going to lose this match.
Nah.
Well, now there is if the title's not on the line.
Nah.
Well, I mean, even still, you would have some kind of foolishness, which I mean, it's not like WWE can give you a clean finish in an important match anymore to begin with. But why not just have the interference and it's disqualification? The title doesn't change hands. Like, I'm not saying that Cena is not, but like, there's no, R-Truth is not going to pin John Cena on Saturday night. Like, that's not going to happen.
Why?
Could he get some help somehow? Could Cody make his comeback though to beat Cena in a non-title match?
I would rather see a good creative program between R-Truth and John Cena than Cody Rhodes.
Me too. Absolutely. But you know how they think? They're going to be thinking no one gives a shit really deep down, even though everyone will give a shit, I guarantee you.
And the entire creative program has just been that backstage thing. And then R-Truth did that sit down promo with Wade Barrett, which was absolutely fantastic. That was probably very easily missed by a big chunk of the audience. We haven't heard from John Cena at all. Like, I'm so disappointed in this build because this should be a really important match.
Yeah,
like,
a big match.
People could really be into this thing if they would have booked it right. And instead, there's just like, again, I feel like we're wasting this John Cena appearance.
You're right
on R-Truth, and I shouldn't feel that way because of the list of John Cena matches. R-Truth is pretty high on that list.
For sure. But he gaslit us, man. He legitimately gaslit us. Remember what he said when he first was making his announcement on his final run? He was going to be there all year.
Yeah,
that was a load of shit. That was a complete lie. He lied.
It's a heel turn.
Of course.
I mean, hey, but you know what's a bigger match I'm looking forward to?
Which one?
Jalen Brunson versus Tyrese Halliburton. You see how they're using the WrestleMania gimmick? Now,
you just made that, didn't you?
I didn't.
No. That was actually put out by the NBA. I saw it.
This is put out by
No,
the
no,
NBA.
that definitely was not. No,
Yes, it
no way.
was.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
That it even got the same font as what you use on your thumbnails.
Oh no! I added the and so we meet again. The game
I was
one,
gonna
but
say.
everything else is. But listen, you know. I just want to. People talk about how Karl Anthony Towns is quote unquote zesty. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what zesty means.
But this is your center.
Ugh.
Hey man, don't be hating on Miles Turner.
This is Miles Turner wearing
wearing
a blouse. Wearing a blouse and what seems to be a pair of Kolaks.
But look at those legs.
Yeah, look at them. They're very
those loafers.
Oh, I'm just.
That's a pair of legs.
So, according to the Daily Mail, Sheamus told the Daily Mail that he pitched himself for an Intercontinental title picture at WrestleMania 41, but obviously that was shut down. So. Wondering if Sheamus is ever going to get that IC belt. What do you guys think? No.
Yeah, you get it.
I like that Sheamus is like Jimmy T and I were talking the other day about the gatekeeper role on the babyface and heel sides of the roster, and now Sheamus has moved into that gatekeeper role. He's the Tomohiro Ishii of Monday Night Raw at this point, where like if you're a young kid, you've got 15 minutes to go out there and get yourself over with Sheamus. And if you can't have a banger with Sheamus, then get the hell out of here, because you're not what we need for this roster. It was fantastic. Like, I love watching Sheamus beat the hell out of people. I don't give a damn if he wins. I don't give a damn if he loses. I just want to see him beat people up. And that's what Triple H has given us. Beat people up, Sheamus.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kenny F. and Power says, what the fuck? They must be friends with RuPaul. Nothing against RuPaul, but yeah, it's true. Their center is a drag queen. Yeah, dude. I mean, I agree with you. Now, and we're going to get into this Sheamus match where he faced Grayson Waller on Monday Night Raw, because I have some things to bring up here. Along
There's
with
a lot of things to bring up about that match. And
Very
it was the best match on the show.
Yeah, very
Definitely.
fun match. Interesting match. There's some things that happened there I quite question.
I feel like it was getting a bit
Stiffsky?
Yeah, they were starting to throw receipts back and forth at each other. Something went down. There was a breakdown in that match.
Something happened
Definitely.
there.
It's what I was talking about, right? He's that gatekeeper. Right. So like Sheamus is going to go out there. He's going to be stiff with you. I mean, this is like old time pro wrestling, right? Like you get in there with the toughest dude and he beats your ass. And then how do you handle it going forward?
And he
right?
treats
Like
everyone
that is
equally like
Sheamus's
that
role
too.
at this point.
Right. But he's done this to everyone. He doesn't discriminate. Literally, he treats
It's
everyone the same way.
great.
Right. No, I agree. But I bet Waller probably was, he probably didn't expect it for whatever reason and probably got upset and then, you know.
Oh, yes. I have some thoughts about Grayson Waller when we get to
Grayson
Waller.
Jasmine Nix, you may have heard of her. Apparently she's been pulled from in-ring action by the WWE for NXT, but it is unclear why, and hopes she'll be back at it soon. So you're logging on to Fightful Select and you're paying for this probably, and they're saying, oh, she hasn't been on TV and nobody knows why. News.
I mean, I can give you a really good indication why she hasn't been on TV.
Oh, yeah, she's the shits in the ring, but go ahead. What do you think?
I mean, she's like, what, the 17th most important woman on that roster?
Maybe 20th, 21st.
I mean, that NXT women's roster is a fight for TV time, and they get a lot of TV time.
It's
They've
tough,
got
man.
so many women, man.
Many really good women, too.
It is
Quite
tough.
a few.
Yeah, well, we know that a couple of the women actually got promoted to Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about that, but hey, just a quick little gimmick here. I was watching and I know I'm not supposed to talk about this till the show, but I'll talk about it now. And I'm gonna say this. The lesbians that what do we call it? The stable that they released two of the lesbians, and now the third one wrestled last night. I rewatched that injury.
Oh, that was bad, dude. That
Bro,
was bad.
Her fucking she Peter Griffin'd her leg. Is that fair to say?
God.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit
I
took a
dare
left
say it
at
was more similar
Albuquerque.
to RVD's injury. He done the same thing.
And it was well, they both, she has knee braces on both, but this was the Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace side. I believe it was the right side. And that shit went, like I said, took a left at Albuquerque. It was she had her back to the camera and her knee was looking at hard cam. It was bad. And I'm gonna say this, man. I've never been a fan of her. Personally, you guys know me on NXT. I feel like she's missing something. And she never had it or anything that interests me at all. With that being said, I feel horrible because I believe this is it. I'll go with Jargo first. I think this is it. We watched the end of the career, probably in pro wrestling, for Zoe Starks, and I'm so sorry. I feel so terrible for this young lady because you could tell that she puts a ton of work in. She tries. She really tries. Some people just aren't made to be stars or even mid-level or even, enhancement talents. They're just some people that just can't get over. Jargs, your thoughts on this horrible injury and unfortunate situation for Zoe Stark?
She's kind of a victim of WWE success with their women's division, right? Because you feel like if you go back 5 or 10 years, Zoe Stark very well could have been at the top of that women's division. And as it is, she's fighting in the middle of that women's division because the women's division is so deep and there's so much really good talent. Like, she's a good wrestler, but there's a lot of very good wrestlers. And as far as the character goes, it was just always non-existent. Like, she could just never land whatever that thing was to separate her from everybody else on that women's roster. Sucks, but that's kind of the reality of the business too.
And Jimmy, people are asking me right now who are who are the lesbians? What are you talking about? That is a Pure Fusion collective. So if you don't remember who was in it, it was Sonya Deville. What was the other young lady? Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. And we know that the other two have been released by WWE. So Jimmy, your thoughts on this fucking, it hurt my heart. Like, I was watching it and I was like, this is it. Like I said, this is the end of this kid's career. What are your thoughts,
What's sad, I was saying even on the watch along, like, this is, what sucks even worse. This was probably her last chance to impress WWE and give them a reason to hold on to her.
Right.
I feel like, right? Because I feel like if she,
I think Jargo stepped off to throw up over the fact that he's a Pacers fan. But go ahead.
But yeah, no, I do feel like this was her last chance to prove who she is. Do you know what I mean? And why WWE should actually continuously keep her. And now I just think that's it. Like you said, man, I think her career is done. And unfortunately, I used to be really harsh on her. We used to call her a certain thing on my shows, a few years back.
I said that she looks just like Chris Kattan. She looks exact. She looks like a muscular.
We used to call her like a meth head. Do you remember when in NXT when she used to have the pimples like all over her face?
I never called her meth head. That's you.
Yeah, I know. We're pretty bad.
Terrible human being.
We're pretty bad about it. But since then, though, she does not look like that at all. She looks a lot better. And on top of that, no, she does. She looks great. But unfortunately, like Jargo said, she's got nothing. There's no character. There's nothing, dude. And unfortunately, she would have got released, I think, whether she got injured or not. Now this is a proper reason for WWE to look elsewhere.
I'm surprised they kept her and let Shayna Baszler go.
Right?
Like, I always thought that was weird.
But Baszler's in her 40s now at this point, and she's just throwing it in. And I agree. I'm a fan, but
Shayna Baszler is one of the one female wrestlers, and I take this as for what it's worth, what I'm saying, that can be like an age and be old or older and still get over because she has like a unique look about her. She's not all about, God forgive me for saying this, but like her beauty or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like she's
and even stylistically, I mean, like it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still stretch somebody.
Absolutely, I agree.
So I feel horrible for this young lady, man, and I hope that she gets better, and I hope that whatever she does, moving forward, I don't think it's wrestling. It could be wrestling. Maybe she does. I don't want. If this is her passion, I hope she doesn't give up on it. That's all I'm saying. And I'm glad that she didn't. I'm glad she didn't alter her body. She kept the way it is. she's sticking with her guns, and I feel horrible, man. I really do. I feel so bad for that girl. So I wish her the best of luck, man. Jimmy, it seems like you wanted to say something.
No, I was just gonna say, do you think it's because of the canvas really that happened? I mean, it was really essentially because of the canvas. Could it be footwear, the type of footwear she was wearing or anything like that?
I don't know. We would have to ask the vet.
I think now that I think about it, I think he answered that question. She wears wrestling boots.
Well, then you don't listen.
No,
I think it's a Jason Tatum situation, man. Like, things happen.
Yeah,
but exactly. Sort of one way and the other. Like, it looked pretty bad, dude. Like,
and by the way, with Jason Tatum, that situation, the fact that Paul Pierce would go on and say that the Knicks, say that the Knicks are lucky, you dumb asshole. They were already down 3-1. I mean, what are you fucking talking about?
They rallied, in Game 5.
You can't get lucky and win luckily down 20 in the fourth quarter twice in a row. That doesn't happen. That's just
Celtics lost that game lost that series in Game 1.
Oh, absolutely.
When they gave up that lead and let New York breathe,
which was shocking, at the time too.
It was shocking to you, Jimmy.
I mean, look, I don't mind the Knicks. Don't get me wrong, but when you guys start winning, my God, like that's all I'm saying. Then I start hating the Knicks after that.
Well, suck my balls, brother, as Matt Shafford, because the fact of the matter is that we don't win shit. How many let me ask you a question. How many titles has Indiana won? When's the last time they were NBA champions? 0, right? When's the last time you guys won? They won ABA titles. How many ABA titles? When's the last ABA title you won?
Oh God, I'd have to look it up. I don't even know.
All right. So with that being said, the New York Knicks have not won a title since 1973. My father hadn't even impregnated my mother for 3 years. I was born in 76. God. I've never seen them win anything.
You want something ironic, Ray?
What's that?
The last time the Pacers won the ABA title?
73?
1973.
What the fuck?
Isn't that's crazy?
That's synchronicity right there, boys.
Something
meant to be.
I have a feeling that this is going to be possibly one of the best Eastern Conference Championship games of all time. This is my favorite. By the way,
could go 7 games. This one, I've got a feeling it might.
Out of all, I think so. Out of all the posters I've seen, this is like my favorite one.
That's dope. I like that.
That is pretty dope.
Like, how cool is this, man? Man, it's gonna be so much fun, folks. Me and Jargo, you gotta come back next week to see where we are. Even if you can only hang out for a few minutes, I'd just love to. Even if we're down, it'll make good radio. Or
God,
or
you'll disappear, Ray. If they beat
I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll just forget to set my alarm clock. All right. Cody Rhodes will be heading to a major WWE show in Mexico, as per Wrestling Observer and Dave Meltzer. So it's true. Again, every news report that we read is just a rumor. The date isn't confirmed. There it is. Nobody confirms anything, but Meltzer says it will be relatively soon.
It's got to be Worlds Collide, right?
I would think so. Well, in conjunction with this story, WWE filed a trademark for King of the Luchadores, which people are assuming it has to do with Chad Gable's Grande Americano gimmick. But this is the problem. Chad Gable is not Grande Americano. They're two different people, and I don't understand why these fucking marks keep, saying or perpetuating this fucking falsehood.
You fucking mark!
Exactly. Jargo, I'll go with you first. Jargo, I heard that you hate Mexican wrestling. Why do you hate Cody Rhodes too?
Well, I hate Cody Rhodes because he owes me money, number one.
Oh, that's true. And he still hasn't paid him back.
No, he still hasn't paid me for that.
Terrible. I'm sorry.
Terrible person. He's such a
terrible.
heel.
He kicks his old dog, by the way. Go.
As far as the El Grande Americano thing goes, and we talked about this on the Smack Attack, Jimmy, the best story WWE could be doing for me right now is El Generico coming back to defend Lucha Libre against El Grande Americano.
That'd be
like, that is the best story they could possibly tell right now. And we're doing all this stupid stuff with Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins and Jey Uso, and I don't care. I don't care. I just want El Generico versus El Grande Americano. You got the Batista, give me what I want audio, that's where I'm at.
I died, unfortunately.
I don't know what Sonic the Hedgehog is on. He says Knicks ain't special. A lot of people's favorite team haven't once. I guess he would say shit, or spit ever. Well,
spit, huh?
Well, he's pissed off that his stupid Panthers went 15-1 and they didn't win the Super Bowl.
That's a choke. That's
and now you're arguably the worst team in the league.
Well, the Panthers are the Maple Leaves of football.
No.
Yes.
No.
Maple Leaves.
Yes. Maple
the
Leafs.
Panthers don't have the history to be the Maple Leafs.
All the talent in the world, and they don't win. Spit.
I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are the Toronto Maple Leafs
Probably
of the NFL.
I think so. Because it's always like, oh, we're going to win this year.
Like we're living off our reputation from 30 years ago.
You could kind of say that about the Red Wings too, in a way.
Oh, don't you dare let Tommy hear you. Tommy,
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Reflection. Yeah. Anyway, who cares? Let me see. TKO owned. Let me see. It says TKO Worlds Collide. All right, I don't give a shit. All right. Next account for the Queen of the Ring posted and deleted that there was the movie that so I guess they tweeted. I think who was talking? I think you guys were talking about this. It's you and the vet about the Queen's gimmick, and Jimmy's frozen. So now Jimmy's gone. Oh no, he's back.
No,
okay.
I'm not.
Okay, then you really held your face stiff. You're like,
yeah, no, I was reading the comments in the chat. That's why.
Well, anywho, it says that they had tweeted something that says the movie WWE doesn't want you to see, and apparently WWE tried to fuck them over or block. Well,
that's odd. So, that is odd, though.
I forgot this movie existed. Go ahead. What happened? Why is it odd? We're about to jump into Raw.
I mean, what's their issue when they had two of their own in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
I just find that strange and a weird power play for nothing, in my opinion.
Well, Jargo, as a Pacers fan, you know what it is to root for backstabbers and terrible people. How'd you feel about this tweet? I don't know.
I mean, Jimmy should know what it's all about. It's all about Toni Storm, right? I mean, like that's the narrative that the pro wrestling community wants to follow here. The WWE doesn't want to put over AEW's biggest female star.
You think
there you
so?
go.
You really think it's over that?
Yes. It's WWE. You're talking about the pettiest company in the history of the world.
Allegedly.
That's true. But that was with Vince, though, man. Like, you would have thought shit would be a little different in today's sort of landscape.
Who says that it was Hunter's call?
Yeah, who says, Jimmy? Who says?
I never said that.
I mean, he's not the CEO anymore.
Right, exactly. He's just creative. He's just head of creative. That's it.
Have you guys heard of
Toni
this?
Storm had the biggest role in that movie of all the wrestlers that were involved with it. They've promoted it on AEW TV because of Toni Storm, and WWE doesn't want to promote the other company because petty.
Have you guys heard of this? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. This says, yes, and they released her, so why would they? But she actually requested for a release, Liz. So maybe there's something to that.
Yeah. Have you heard of this wrestler named Zozaya?
Who?
Zozaya.
Not me.
I'm trying to see if I could pull up a picture of this kid. I think I got one here. But anyway, I don't know. WWE's finding some interest. He looks like how can I put this? He looks like, what's this guy's name that thinks that WWE sucks, but he wrestles for AEW, the British guy?
Ricochet. Osprey.
No. Osprey. Yeah, he looks. Let me show you real quick. So apparently WWE's interested in this kid right here.
He looks like Nick Wayne a little bit, just more jacked.
Looks like a cross between Nick Wayne and Danielson.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
It looks weird. He's pretty jacked for his age.
How old is he?
I'm gonna find out right now. So let's see. Is I a wrestler? What we do? A height? So let's see.
And age. I want to know his age.
Okay. All right. Relax, Jenny. What do you want to date the kid? Let's go to a cage match here.
6'3"?
He's 6'3", 176 pounds. So that's nothing. He can gain weight.
Yeah.
How old is the kid though? Ring experience. He's only been wrestling for 6 years. Let me see.
Date of birth.
Let me see if I could find something else here. Here we go. Let's go to Pro Wrestling Wiki. There, that's him. Birthday. Wait. It just. Oh, he's from Spain. Doesn't give a birthday though. Can any of you boys find out real quick?
No, yeah, that's strange, man.
They're not giving a birthday.
He looks young. He can't be any older than 20 years old.
Like a baby.
Yeah, he looks like a baby. He looks very young.
But I'm interested. I wonder if he's any good. Anybody in the chat know who this kid is? Zaya? Apparently he looks like, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Not really sure. All right, let me just while Jargo's looking it up for us.
23.
Oh, he's a baby.
23.
He's a kid. Good for him.
Yeah. I was expecting him younger though. Nick Wayne's still younger.
How old is Nick Wayne?
I think
doesn't matter. Nick Wayne's not 6'3".
But that's true. That's what's impressive for the kid's age, for sure.
As a wise man once said, you can't teach that.
Yes, sir. Let's see what we got here. Do we have any other pro wrestling news? I think we could just jump into let me just double check real quickly as I jump in here. Let me see. Brock Lesnar's daughter looks just like him. She has a penis as well.
Oh no, that's fucking ridiculous, right?
Bro, that girl.
Oof.
Yo, like
shit. Nick Wayne's 19 still, by the way.
Is she?
No,
is he?
Him. He's 19 still, only 19 years old.
Bro, how powerful are Brock Lesnar's genetics that you're married and had a child with the gorgeous, beautiful Sable, and this fucking chick came out nothing like her. Like she is Brock Lesnar with tits. What?
She's not Sable's daughter. Actually, his ex-wife looks nothing like her daughter because she's like got brown hair.
Oh, is
actually
she?
Kind of olive complexion a little bit.
Is she attractive?
Yeah, definitely. But the fact that her genes didn't even get anywhere with Brock's just blows my mind because that's splitting image.
Like, could you see like the sperms like suplex sitting each other? Like when I don't know. Like, how's that work?
Strong genes, bro.
You're a doctor. How does this work?
I got nothing, man. I got nothing. I mean, you nailed it. Brock Lesnar with tits. I mean, it's
true.
It's kind of terrifying.
Hey, last but not least, before we go into Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, Darby Allin has made it to the mountaintop. Not a professional wrestler, ladies and gentlemen, but apparently Darby Allin has planted this stupid, goofy flag that will be blown out onto. He climbed. This is from 29,032 feet, ladies. I don't know what that is in your weird measurements in Australia, but
we understand. He's actually Ray.
Okay, I don't know what you guys are into. Get it, feet? No, anyway. Yeah, Mount Everest. What he says? Let me see what he says. He says, "What a ride!" And thanks to AEW for everything in life. Thanks to the amazing team at Adventure Consultants and the Sherper Squad. This shit is wild. Wow. It's just fucking Mark. I guess that's the same as him saying one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Now, the crazy thing is that he is going to swanton off of this thing onto a glass table.
That wouldn't surprise me, right? I'm a fan of his, though. Congratulations to him.
I'm sorry. You're a fan of his.
I don't like what he does, but I'm a fan of his.
Are you happy he made up the mountain?
I mean, he's not dead. That's all that matters. So, yeah, I guess I'm relieved for him.
Not inside.
There's always next time, Jimmy. There's always next time.
That's right. There's always next time, and I'm sure he will because he's a bit of a...
Ray knows all about it as a Knicks fan. There's always next time.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it too. Apparently since 1973.
Since 1973.
I hate you. Why are you here? All right. Well, listen, folks. It's all right. We're gonna jump into this, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. And again, I apologize for coming out late, man. I don't know what I've been working super late. I'm tired, and I guess I don't know. I didn't hear my alarm. You guys have iPhones, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now what's happening is that the alarm will go off, and then it'll silence a little bit. How do I stop that?
I don't know.
Shit.
I'm having the same issue. I think it's something in the latest iOS update that they're going to have to fix.
Do you guys use the beta updates?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, well, Jago, that's probably... You sure you don't? No, yes, you do. I remember you told me you do.
Maybe. Maybe.
I think you do. That's the reason, man.
Okay.
All sorts of weird shit happens. Sometimes I go back to the old, not the old, but the
public.
the consumer iOS.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I want to do?
What do you want to do?
Because I use my old iPhone 11 Pro as this camera.
Right.
This will be my alarm clock. I'll just set it up away from me.
There you go.
I'll be back next week,
anymore, right?
folks. I'll be back next week, and I will be on time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Monday Night Raw. Let's jump into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw came to us live May 19, 2025 from South Kakalaki, or South Carolina, some of the Greenville. What is it? The Sowers Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Kakalaki. Colin he lives in North Carolina, as we all know, but he drove south to because there are multiple glory holes behind that place. So Colin had.
Well, it is cock country.
Well, yeah, it's cock country, right? Cock country is.
Is it really?
Yeah. South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, Gamecocks.
Like,
hello,
like the Roosters.
Yeah. Their team logo is a picture of Colin with a corn thing in his mouth. Anyway,
Isn't Colin from Texas anyway originally?
no, he's from North Carolina.
No, it's even worse. It's even worse than being a Gamecock. He's a Tar Heel.
That's racist somehow.
Go Dutch.
Everything's racist. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got Logan Paul who kicks off the show, ladies and gentlemen, and then Gunther comes out after Logan Paul's talking all this shit, and basically, I feel. I'll go with Jargo first. I feel that this was a fucking good promo by both of these guys, because Gunther ends the promo saying that he's gonna beat the shit out of him. He's gonna hurt this kid. What did he say at the end? I can't remember exactly what he said, but he says, "I'm going to eat you alive." Solid promo by fucking and this kid was getting heat from the crowd. Logan Paul, and Gunther comes out and he's like, Gunther's so underrated. Like when it comes to his mic work, people don't understand how good he really is. True.
A lot of people think his mic work sucks, which is weird.
Phenomenal. It's because of his accent.
I understand, bro.
They're all racist. I'm telling you, it's all racism.
They're all xenophobic. That's exactly what.
Do you think so?
Right.
Do you know? Really? Do you think that's the case?
Good, Jargo. I used to love that show. What is it?
I'm with you.
Xenophobic, Warrior Princess. That was a great show. It's come off on after Hercules.
Lucy Lawless, right?
Yeah, bro. That was. She was my first crush was Linda Carter.
Yeah, Wonder Woman,
and I had some Xena vibes too. Wonder Woman vibes.
Yeah, I can see it.
Anywho, your thoughts on this promo, boys? This sets up some question. Man, is it worth Jake Paul? Is it worth Logan Paul winning that title? Because he's got many targets on his back. Can he deal with Gunther? Gunther coming out talking some real shit, brother. Yeah, I may have tapped out. Blah blah blah. You think you're gonna beat the dude that beat me? I don't know. I don't think you can beat me. You're just a fucking YouTuber. Your thoughts on this, Jargo? Then we go to Jimmy.
So, even bigger than just this promo, right? I thought this was a very, very good promo, and I also like it when two heels don't like each other. I think that's very, very criminally underrated.
Right.
I like that this story was weaved throughout the entire show. Like, you have a bunch of people coming for this championship, and it's nice to see more than just two people on the roster at a time being interested in the World Heavyweight Championship. It was nice to see that you've got about a half a dozen different guys that are all gunning for this championship. And it was like you could see in real time Logan Paul realize what Jey Uso is now dealing with, that everybody is after him. And I thought that was just a great touch, like that realization from Logan Paul of, wait, maybe I don't want to be world champion, because then I got to deal with this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy, and I got to work hard and I got to work more and I got to do all the media. I don't think I even want to do this. And I thought it was a really, really nice touch. And I love seeing all the different guys vying for that title and their position throughout the entire show.
Hold on, look. So right now, D's throwing something at Jimmy, and I think he might have
don't
to
mind
bend
me.
over to pick it up. Is he going to
No,
bend
that's right,
over
I've
to
got
pick
it.
it up? Damn it!
It's all good.
I agree with you, Jargo. It's true because he's in a place now, that being Logan Paul, where he's kind of seeing the other side of what it is to be a champion, and that ain't easy. Remember, they always say it's it's tough winning the title, but it's really fucking hard staying on top. Jimmy, listen, apparently I heard that you're always on top when it comes to the glory hole. Your thoughts of this promo? Did you, maybe you hated it, maybe it was not good to you.
No, I didn't hate it at all. Look, man, I'm one of those guys that doesn't mind Logan Paul. I know he's a piece of shit of a person. I mean, he's got a lot of lawsuits. Like someone mentioned, I think it was you, Sonic, in the chat, as a matter of fact. And, he's ripped off people with his friggin' his coin that he had, whatever he was doing, the crypto shit. But if WWE had balls, I would so pull Paul over fucking Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event, because the heat and I think the publicity that WWE would get over it would be money, dude. And I would rather see Logan, duke it out with Gunther and have a program with him than Jey again right now. You know what I mean? And there's nothing against Jey Uso. He's great. He's yeeting. He's over. But I think it would be more intriguing if Logan Paul actually became champion. And the thing is, he seems like he's going to stick it out for a lot more dates. Could that be a sign that he maybe, just maybe, will get the World Heavyweight Championship?
I don't know. What do you think there, Jargo? I mean, the last time you spoke about it on Hitting the Marks Pro Wrestling Podcast. Wait. It's been a while since you've done that show.
Been a while. Been a
long time.
That was a throwback there, brother. Good. Your thoughts?
It was 1973. Logan Paul might be a victim of this roster.
Oh,
right. Like, I feel like typically, yes, I would think that Logan Paul is at some point going to be world heavyweight champion.
Oh, yeah.
But I also feel like whatever Logan Paul is doing right now is not nearly as important as what Seth Rollins is doing. I feel like it's just a matter of time until it's Seth Rollins and Jey Uso facing off, and we're just trying to get Uso some title defenses so we don't look like this was a charity case world championship reign.
And that's exactly why he won't lose.
But at some point, it's going to be about Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins, I think, is going to hold that title for a while.
Interesting.
So I don't
run, right? So.
Well, and then you have to wait for the babyface to take the title off of Seth Rollins, whoever that may be, whenever that may happen. You've got the John Cena thing going on over on SmackDown. You got Roman Reigns over there, kind of lurking inside of the WWE Championship aura. You got the Cody Rhodes thing. Eventually Cody's going to get that title back. I still think Punk should be the one to take that title from John Cena. So, at what point does Logan Paul fit into, yes, it is now time to make Logan Paul world heavyweight champion? It might be 3-4 years from now.
I don't think they should wait that long.
Patience to stick around that long, though.
But it really kind of compromises everything else they have set up if you just do it.
Yeah, but I don't want them to. I don't want them to wait too long, because then the novelty of him being a YouTuber is going to wear off. Because by the 3 years from now, he's just going to be a WWE super. I mean, still.
That's why I say it's just but looking at the lexicon, he may just be a victim of terrible timing.
Man, JT and Couponer says, and don't forget, also, world champion has to deal with the Money in the Bank winner. That's true. Always lurking.
Logan Paul would be a great Money in the Bank winner.
Right.
Like, the threat of Logan Paul lurking would be fantastic.
Imagine that. That's pretty good.
But and you'll both know, if you win that Money in the Bank, you're 90% sure you're going to be a champion. Not even more than that.
I think it's dropped a little bit. I think it's about 85% now.
Damien Sandow
didn't win.
Didn't win. Kennedy
didn't win.
What's the kid? Austin Theory
didn't win.
And then who's the other one that didn't win? Only 3?
There was another one. I'm pretty sure there was another one.
Oh, I said Damien Sandow, right? No, Damien Sandow.
You did. Did I? Okay. I think you did.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
Miz as well, I think. One year. Didn't he win it multiple times?
No, I don't. But Miz is 2-time champion, bro. But I'm saying is that, all right, so maybe 4 or 5 people out of how many Money in the Banks that we've had.
But I could also see Logan Paul being in that situation of he has the briefcase, he's ready to cash it in, and wait, no, not yet. And he drags it on for, until WrestleMania next year.
Cena, by the way.
Cena, forgot about that. John Cena, that's right. He won the Money in the Bank. And that was our friend, the Opinion Haver, aka the vet.
Logan Paul cashing in on CM Punk. That I could absolutely see.
Oh, that'll be ultimate heat.
You know what that would be?
If you did that.
That would be.
That was cold-blooded.
I love that.
Don't forget, as soon as we're done with this, man, head over to the Opinion Haver, or Opinion Haver, not the Opinion Haver, Opinion Haver on Twitch, where it'll be $2 Tuesdays. Let's see what the vet is playing today, and give him all your monies, if you don't mind. Anyway, okay, let's fast forward from this, guys. We have Jey Uso walking backstage. Paul Heyman flags him down and basically says, hey, listen, a lot of people stab you in the back, but guess what? I'm going to tell you to your face that Bron Breakker is going to break you. He's going to beat your ass. He's going to take you out. He's going to hurt you. He doesn't care about your belt. He doesn't care about anything. That's why I signed this to be a non-title match, and I like the way they explained off why this is a non-title match, because Bron Breakker obviously would be a contender for the title. But Paul Heyman says the purpose of this match is for him to hurt you, Jimmy, then Jargo. Your thoughts?
Yeah, great. I mean, I what else can I say other than that? It's cool. I mean, it's Heyman.
Yeah.
So I mean,
can't go wrong.
I can't say anything negative every time he speaks, man. I liked it.
Jargo
putting over Bron Breakker.
That's it,
right?
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
I love it.
Very smart.
I love it. And speaking of loving it, I have 4 guys who I really love watching wrestle. And it's a tag team match. We got AJ Styles, who I believe is still one of the best, if not the top 3 best wrestlers in the world. We got Penta, man, who is fucking on fire. He can lose every match and still over, still selling merch, still getting over with the kids in the crowd. And say what you will about Finn Balor and JD McDonagh, but those 2 boys can also go, man. And JD McDonagh is very underrated just because he has a big head. And
is he the best bumper in the company?
He is so good, Jargo.
Oh man, he takes the best bump in the company.
Better than Ziggler, even if he was still around in WWE.
No, I mean in the company, like right now.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
He's a lot bigger than, for some reason, I remember. I don't know if he's gotten taller. Dude,
it's not everybody look great.
He looks good, man. He's a good hand, bro. And I listen.
My only fear is they're just gonna the more that they keep beating him, the harder he is going to be to rebuild.
I mean, this kid can be a perennial like mid-card champion. I think if he gets the right push, he'll never be a world champion. I think. I don't know. You never know.
What? They're kind of starting to push him now, though. Even though when he loses a lot and whatnot, but they're starting to be more positive. Even the commentators, they used to like absolutely give him shit every week, dude. Look at his head, blah, 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 how big his head is. But now they've settled down and actually are starting to praise him, if you notice it.
He's earned it.
So, yeah.
He's earned it.
But still, I think he's pretty Teflon. It doesn't matter if he loses. It doesn't really affect him, in my opinion.
I think Jargo's looking up the size of his head. What size is it there? And are we doing inches or centimeters? What are we doing? Meters.
Number 1, he's already 35.
Oh, shit.
McDonagh? You're kidding.
Really
Fucking hell,
crazy.
man. Everyone's, the roster's aging pretty rapidly too, guys.
Everyone's fucking old, brother.
Most of the rosters hitting 40s. They're in their mid-40s or hitting 40s.
See, but okay, so this is what worries me, okay? So in 2022, he had 26 matches, won 11, which means he was 11 and 15. 23, 7 and 24.
Oh.
He was pretty irrelevant.
2024, 17 and 51.
Wow.
I mean, like, at what point can you not push him anymore because he's a loser? Like, that's what I'm worried about with JD McDonagh. Like,
he's the modern day Brooklyn Brawler with a bit more sort of.
I mean, he's Dolph Ziggler. Like, that's a great comparison, because at a certain point, it didn't mean anything to beat Dolph Ziggler because everybody had beaten Dolph Ziggler,
and that was on the company. The company managed to make everybody get sick of Ziggler. Literally, when everyone loved him.
At 35,
yeah, no,
he's going to be really hard to rebuild.
I didn't
and
realize
to
he was
be
that
taken
old.
seriously, even as an Intercontinental Championship level guy.
Well, listen, boys. This was a fucking banger of a tag team match, I thought, between the two. And the way it ended was pretty cool, and it made sense because we have, again, Penta taking the pin, but there's a reason why Penta's taking the pin, and that's because as all the pendulum's happening, the referee's being distracted, everything's going back and forth. My hero, the Grande Americano, comes out from the crowd to save the day, headbutting the evil Mexican Penta from behind as he's on the floor. Outside the ring, smashes the, I don't know what it is about Grande Americano, with that mask, that beautiful mask that he wears, but his head seems to have some type of powers. People say it's a steel plate. I don't think so. I just think that he's trained his head, hitting him against American oaks over and over again.
I hear he's half Samoan.
So that's the thing. He's also a second and third cousin of the Junkyard Dog, and we know how that works out. So with all that being said, some people would say they cheated. I just said they really tried, and the Judgment Day goes over and they win as Finn Balor hits the coup de grace on Penta after getting smashed in the back of the head with the hardest head in all of professional wrestling, Grande Americano. Jargo, your thoughts on this match, and then Jimmy.
I think that your description of it made it sound way better than it was.
Bad,
because that headbutt at the end looked absolutely
terrible.
Terrible.
But Andre esque.
Like you, Big Ray. If you didn't watch Raw, Big Ray's description of it was way better than what the match itself was. And I'm glad you said finish. Like the match itself wasn't bad, but all the setup to get to that terrible finish, yeah, it just totally lost me because it looked like he headbutted the back of his neck. It was just.
That's where you get him.
Not
and
good.
It was soft. It was extremely soft too. Yes. That's another thing. It didn't even look like it was. And I'm glad
he doesn't need to do it hard.
Dude, it looked bad. It was
bad.
He's done everything well till this point.
Like the story was fine, the concept was fine, the execution was just not good.
It was way off, and I'm glad you said it because I was irking to say it, and you beat me to it.
What would you want him to do? A jumping Haku headbutt?
Yeah, no, I just want a headbutt that looks like a legitimate headbutt that would knock somebody out.
No, but to be real, it's starting to get a little comedic, this gimmick, and I don't want it to be totally comedic. I get it, but let's not make fun of it. Let's take him a little more serious. The more he keeps doing this shit, the more it makes Penta look dumb as freaking hell because he keeps falling for it for how many weeks in a row now at this point?
You know what my favorite thing about this match was? The tag team beat two singles guys that were put together to face them.
Because it makes sense, right?
Singles guys with no chemistry whatsoever win that match. I'm just happy that the real tag team won that match.
As they should, because they're a real tag team, right? Yeah, absolutely.
See? Yeah. Is his head really big or
it's definitely shoulders, man.
Yeah, it could be
the hair helps. When he had short hair, it was even more noticeable how large his dome was.
Gotta let that thing grow.
He's just a big head version of Finn Balor. Literally, he kind of looks like him. Literally. Just a weird version.
Yeah, he's kind of got like, I don't know, he's weird. He's like a tall midget. Anyway, a tall little person. All right, back from commercial break, we got Logan Paul. He's on the phone with somebody, and he gets interrupted by Seth Rollins, who says, "Hey, if you win, I'm gonna beat you up too." And so now he's got that on his back, and then Gunther walks in, and Gunther and Seth face to face for the very first time, and Gunther's like, "Listen, dude." If you win, I'm gonna fuck you up too. So that's the way that goes backstage. There's nothing really to talk about. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so now we got this match that we spoke about. We haven't spoken about. It's a Money in the Bank qualifier match. Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Roxanne Perez. And I'll just say this really quickly. Roxanne Perez, she goes over with the Pop Rocks because obviously at the end of the match we had a little bit of interference from, and of course in the three-way there's no disqualification. What's her name? Lyra Valkyria came out and she started beating up on Becky Lynch, which kind of distracted, let's say, Natalya, and she's able to hit the Pop Rocks for the 1, 2, 3. The one thing I'm going to say with this, Jargo, I'll go with you first, is Roxanne Perez is awesome, but you can clearly see that she is still young. And there was a part of this match that I'm going to point out, see if you guys remember this, where there was supposed to be a suicide dive spot. And Becky Lynch is yelling at her. You can hear it on camera. She's like, Roxy, get up, Roxy, get up. You gotta get up, Roxy, get up. And Roxy finally got up, and then the spot went off. But there was a lot of miscommunications in this match. It was okay, but it seemed sloppy. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a very, very sloppy match. Yeah,
it was.
I agree with you 1,000,000%. I don't think this program with Becky Lynch is helping Lyra Valkyria.
Not now.
And that means it's also not helping the Intercontinental Championship. Becky even taking that championship at this point. Like, this is why we said no more belts. How are they doing with that U.S. title and that Intercontinental Championship for the women's division? Not very good. Neither belt means anything.
The U.S. belt actually was good when Chelsea had it, to be honest.
Chelsea made the belt.
Right, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then. But the thing about... Yeah,
go ahead.
On, Juggo, sorry. No, you go for it. Go for it.
I mean, it's just the match wasn't good. And I'm a little worried about Roxanne Perez at this point.
Why?
Really?
Just something is not clicking. And I think a large part of it's the character. She's a natural babyface. She's being booked as a heel. But it almost seems like when Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA, there was that time of adjustment. Right? That first couple months of the season, it wasn't really until after the All-Star break that she finally found her footing and got into what she was doing. I feel like we're seeing those rookie growing pains from Roxanne Perez right now. And unfortunately, in the WWE context with that women's division, as good as it is, you don't have a whole lot of time. And when you're in the ring with Becky Lynch and Natalya and you're out of position, it doesn't look good for Roxanne Perez right now.
The vet says here, Becky is definitely helping Lyra. The only question is, will it be tough enough in the end?
No, it will not. Becky's going to win that title and try to elevate the Intercontinental Championship, and we will forget about Lyra Valkyria just as soon as we remembered her.
I kind of agree. Jimmy, your thoughts? Real quick before you
Jimmy, she's the original woo girl.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, no, don't say that. Not again, not the woo girls. But yeah, check out the Smack Attack for that. But that was funny. What was I gonna say? That so threw me off, Juggo. The thing about Lyra, it worked at first, right? With the original match that they had at Backlash, I felt like Becky really made it look good. But then last night, it was like you guys said, it was such a mess of a match. I felt like Natalya was actually trying hard to like save the match in many ways. So I take my hat off to her because I thought she looked the best in this match and probably the best I've seen her in a long time. And she actually applied a proper sharpshooter for once. Just quality. And what did
Ved says here, also the spot that she missed made no sense. And also Natalya sucks and always sucks. I don't like Natalya. I agree with that. I've never liked Natalya, that weird cat lady.
I'm not a fan of hers either, but I felt like she tried to carry this match when shit was going shit.
Why doesn't she do the shit she's doing on the indies? Switch it up. Remember how she's being the tough girl now, the shooter in the indies now?
Because that's not what they need from Natalya. Natalya is a gatekeeper in the WWE, and that's all that she's ever going to be.
People think that she's going to get released. I'm telling you, she's not going to. She's like the leader of that women's locker room, man. Yeah, for real, legitly. She's there
forever. She's there
I think she'll never get released,
but
man.
Even the Lyra and Becky stuff after the match looked awful.
Bad.
Just
because why is a babyface really running in to fuck up Becky? It's wrong already.
You're hanging out with me and Rick too much, Jimmy.
I blame you, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know, bad. But that's a good thing. But no, really though, in saying that, why is she doing that? And when she talks, man, she comes across like a whiny heel, but she's not trying to be that. Do you know what I mean? She shouldn't even talk.
And the fans like Becky. The fans are with Becky, and the fans are going to cheer Becky, and so the heel is getting cheered over the babyface, and that's never a good position to be in.
No, it's not, and this is because she sucks as well. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's happening. Sometimes WWE don't have foresight, man.
All right, listen, guys, we're gonna fast forward through some of this stuff. I'm gonna read some of this stuff.
I didn't mean to rant, but you know,
it's good. It's good conversation, but we have a lot more to talk about, and we have 20 minutes to go. So in the locker room, we have Sami Zayn. He greets Jey Uso. He says that everything seems to everything that's going on, that he is gonna have his back, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And they do the whole handshaking thing. It was very cute. Kairi Sane is warming up backstage, and so is Zoe Stark and Rhea Ripley. We'll discuss that in just a brief moment. Back from commercial break, we get a Raw segment from 2012 with John Cena beat up Michael Cole and pour GR's barbecue sauce all over him. Adam Pearce chats with Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupree backstage, and he's got Tozawa's got Rusev next week, and that's going to be fun. We'll talk about that. Chad Gable rolls up and he's like, Money in the Bank qualifying match. How come I don't get one? And he's like, well, go fuck yourself. And then New Day roll up, and they're like, hey, you guys want to fight the War Raiders? Because the War Raiders suck, and we're better than everybody, and so on and so forth. So that's basically all your backstage segments. And Jimmy, yes, go.
Weren't they supposed to have the Rusev Tozawa match this week?
Yeah, but Tozawa sucks, so they held it off. I don't know.
Okay.
This entire segment of the show was just awful.
Yeah, it was all over the place, man.
There was nothing good here.
There was nothing good. But I'll tell you something. Speaking of good, now let's talk about this match here. You got Grayson Waller versus Sheamus. This was weird. So obviously Sheamus goes over with the Burrow kick, but a lot of weird things happen in this match. And
it got saucy.
I'll just pick out one thing. Okay. So Sheamus has Grayson Waller outside of the ring, and it looks like he's gonna hit a Death Valley driver onto the apron.
Yep.
But he just let him go.
What a prick, bro. We spoke about that on the watch along as well. We all saw that, like, what the fuck?
Wait, hold on. But so Sheamus just let him go, and that was incredibly dangerous. Grayson Waller could have lost.
At no point did that look like it was even a good idea. Like Sheamus was setting it up on the apron, and it was just like, what the hell are you doing, man?
And he did that intentionally too, it looked like, man. Like,
so there was no way that could have went right.
So
right,
talk about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Jimmy, all right, go with you first. So what did you think happened here during this match? It seemed off, like something was weird.
I feel like, the match started getting zesty even right before that point, where there was a few receipts, it looked like, from my end anyway, that was already happening in the match. And then we had that spot. And then I'm thinking, why would he fucking do that? Because he's pretty aware. I mean, it was done on purpose, man. I felt like something's pissed off Sheamus, wants to teach this guy a bit of a lesson. And I don't know, man. It just seemed, as good as this match was, it was very off too, if you know what I mean. But in a good way, like, it's enjoyable because it looked like, it was a lot more shit going on than just a normal wrestling match. And I'm just a little suspicious on why would Sheamus do that, man?
Jargo.
How much of Grayson Waller is in the Grayson Waller character?
Waller.
You know what I mean? Because guy, man. His character is a guy who completely buys his own bullshit.
Not look, right? I've seen him
and
like
I don't know if that's necessarily him or if it's just the character. But I mean, even when I see him supposedly quote unquote out of character, it seems like that's him. And if that is him, and you go into a match with Sheamus and you start believing your own bullshit, Sheamus is going to knock you upside the head. And I feel like that's what happened during this match. Like, would anybody be surprised today to see on Twitter that the WWE wishes Grayson Waller the best in his future endeavors? Because this felt like a future endeavoring match. Like, that's what it felt like to me.
Good,
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to tell with him. You know what? They have been kind of cooling off on him a lot. The last
few months. Even good. He's never been that good. And when you get in there with somebody like Sheamus, it better be good because it's Sheamus. Like, Sheamus ain't gonna take any of the heat for that match sucking. That was all on Grayson Waller.
Yeah, this is a tough one. This one's a little bit of a tough one. Look, Sheamus is going to get priority no matter what. Absolutely, you're right.
And not only Sheamus, Austin Theory got a chant during this match.
Yup.
Which is bad for both guys, though, man.
Well,
Not
it's
just
much
for
worse
Waller.
for Waller than it is for Theory.
No, because they're going towards that way, though. That Waller's going to turn on him. I don't think it really affects Waller. Like, it would look worse for Sheamus, if anything. And
So
both
if
of them.
Austin Theory, it does. Sheamus is bulletproof at this point.
But that's true too, right?
Right? Like none of this falls on Sheamus. And the fact that the match sucked enough that Austin Theory was getting a chant does not look good for Grayson Waller. Like, if anything, Grayson Waller has one match with Austin Theory, puts him over, and then Grayson Waller gets released. Like,
He's close.
I don't see what you do with Grayson Waller at this point.
But the weird thing is, the company really liked him at first, man. Like, they were putting him in main events.
Look, he's got a great look. He's a great talker. He can do the stupid talk show thing. They thought that he was going to be the next Miz.
Yeah.
But if he started believing his own smoke,
That might be. Yeah.
It's got to be that. Yeah.
like
If he's
that's very
acting
much
like
what that felt
right.
like to me.
You know, when you fought,
if he's acting like he's up himself, then yeah, for sure.
that's what I thought it was. That's it.
It had to
Exactly.
be. There's no other reason. Yeah.
And who do you put him
100%.
in there with to knock him down a peg or two?
Sheamus.
Absolutely.
Put him Sheamus or Mark Henry.
Sheamus, Rusev,
Oh.
Gunther, like those are your guys.
Yep. So
And he's wrestled Gunther too, like in more recent times too. So
well, good luck to Grayson Waller. You're gonna need it. All right, so I'm gonna run through some of this stuff. We get back
Great impact.
back from commercial break. We got Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, and they make a bet on basketball. Why? Well, because we talked about this during the when our banter at the beginning, they had this bum Tyrese Halliburton. He was on the show last night, all looking very
looks like
feminine.
a geek. I'm not
He's a
gonna
little
lie.
bit. Oh, I mean, he is a geek. He's a terrible, terrible human being. But with all that being said, this is where we find out that they're going to have the DLC pack for the 2025, and I'm pretty fucking stoked about that. So, Gunther's interview backstage, but before he can say anything, Seth Rollins rolls up, interrupts. We already spoke about that. I had mentioned that before. Anyway, we get Rhea Ripley putting on her jacket, and everybody goes crazy. And then we have. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy.
How
This girl's-
over is she right now, dude? It's weird, man.
She's wicked. She's wicked over, like they would say
It's
in Boston.
weird though. Like she's getting more over doing nothing. Crazy.
So
China over.
So listen, Kyrie saying Rhea Ripley and Zoe Starks have a match, and unfortunately, this three-way turned into a singles match where Rhea Ripley goes over with the Riptide. We discussed in detail and in depth the Zoe Stark injury. And it was very unfortunate what she tried to do, like a missile type drop kick off the top rope and landed very awkwardly. Again, if you haven't seen it, you can go back. You can probably find pictures on the internet. I'm not going to put it up here, but it was a very, very unfortunate incident. I didn't for 1 second, Jargo, think that nobody else was going to win this match except for Rhea Ripley. But my question is, how did you think Kairi Sane looked during this match? I mean, when they went one-on-one, it was a pretty good match between the two ladies. Your thoughts?
Kyrie is very good. Unfortunately, WWE has never pushed her the way that I would have liked to have seen her pushed. They gave all of that momentum to Io Shirai. Kyrie can't stay healthy, which doesn't help her whatsoever at this point. But I'm happy that she's back. I thought she looked good. I was happy to see her back to the Pirate Princess kind of thing rather than the damage control thing. The gold coins was a little bit weird. But no, I thought she looked good in there with Rhea. So
Stop it.
I hope
there's a Japanese wrestler that's really over that you love him. Now he's AEW. He did the whole gold coin thing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it kind of makes sense there too. So, and I mean, it makes sense for Kyrie, but I don't know what they're going to do with Kyrie. I would love to see them push her more, but I assume that she's kind of just going to be that gatekeeper because she's very good.
You know what sucks too that you bring it up? I think she's got more personality than Io. If you look at her start of New Japan run, man, she was awesome, man. Like,
Io speaks better English.
Yeah, by a
quick
long
question.
shot.
Quick question.
Yes.
And the vet says that Kyrie was treated and presented more like a star last night. She has business.
It
but
was
am I the only one?
Japanese version yesterday.
What's the name of the champ? What's the name of the champion again?
Io.
This girl.
Yeah.
Io. Is it me that when I see Io doing this, I for some reason I see her doing this? No, all right. Anyway, this is what it is.
We all have our fantasies, Ray.
Oh boy. So yeah, man. So this match this match goes off and over in a very, very sad state, because as you're watching the match, you're like, yeah, Rhea wins, but poor Zoe Stark. We come back and we have Rusev, who cuts a fantastic promo on Akira Tozawa, and it's fantastic. And the fact is that he will forgive Akira Tozawa after he finishes destroying his life. Boys, any thoughts on this little promo that's pre-taped?
I'm getting AEW vibes.
Well, yeah,
he is the Redeemer. I mean,
but in many ways, where you just see him talking, but you never see him on television. They announced he was supposed to have a match this week with Tozawa.
It's next week,
not in 2 weeks. Oh. Yeah, last week was next week. We hit it yesterday.
We're still gonna get,
and there was no match.
We're gonna get.
He's redeeming his AEW character into WWE by doing absolutely nothing but vignettes.
Well, speaking of nothing. No, I don't know. This is a segue. We do have something. Finn Balor is backstage. We have the Judgment Day backstage. Let me see. What your Paul Burns.
I like this.
The Judgment Day.
Like this.
So you got Raquel back there. You got Carlito. You got Dominic, and then all of a sudden, Finn Balor brings in fucking Roxanne Perez, and he's like, "Hey, a new member of the Judgment Day," and they're like, "No, we don't want her." And then she's like, "Wait,
she's
I
a
have
natural
gifts."
fit, actually, though.
But check this out. She gives now, instead of she gives Dominic a big box of nuggies, and he didn't. I thought he was gonna spit out his gum and start eating them, but he didn't. And then she gives Carlito a bag of apples, and I guess she had more gifts, but the girls did not
apples.
Want listen, they didn't want anything to do with her. And Finn Balor's like, but listen, we have all these guys protecting each other's back, and you girls really don't have enough. Anyway, Jargo, do you think they're going to actually bring this young lady into the Judgment Day? Now, one thing I noticed, Jargo, as the young lady, what's her name? Roxanne was walking off. Dominic kind of gave her a look like, hey, I've been banging this blonde chick for a while. Why don't we go a little East Asian here, or whatever the hell she is? Your thoughts?
She's Mexican, I'm pretty sure. By the way,
why not? Why not?
We're just sowing more seeds of dissension in the Judgment Day, because we need the weekly "Is the Judgment Day breaking up this week" segment. And now that Liv is off making her movie or whatever, we're just sowing more dissension, and we're teasing Dominic because we know how Dominic treats his ladies when they're not around. Rhea Ripley can have a nice long conversation with Liv about that when she gets back. And it's just sowing more dissension and bullshit because they think that people care about the Judgment Day.
Jimmy,
sales Jargo. Come on,
Jimmy. Look what Chris. Look what Chris Winland says. Chris Winland says the way Dom looked at Roxy as she walked away was TV gold.
Yes, boy.
So, just anyway,
I mean,
we're going in the main.
I'm cool with it though. I think she'll be a more natural fit than even Liv, and Liv is good in this part. Don't get me wrong, but I think Roxanne would absolutely fit perfectly into the Judgment Day, and I like the fact that they're sort of, if they go this way, they're kind of painting Dom to be an absolute male slut at this point, which is kind of funny. Like, but it's funny. I'm cool with it. And why not keep going down that road with him anyway? I think it's quite funny and enjoyable in many ways. And I think she's a great fit if they go that way. It's a big if, though.
It's going to be fun. I think it'll be fun. Listen, we get to the main event of the evening. We got Bron Breakker versus Jey Uso. And this was what I call a typical Jey Uso match. It was kind of 50-50 for me, but Bron Breakker did get a lot of powerful offense off, and you think that Jey Uso's gonna get over, but he ain't over, brother, because of course Jey Uso wins the match, but he wins by disqualification. Why? Well, that's because Seth Rollins comes out and he attacks from behind with a chair. And there's all this pendulum going on. People are going back and forth fighting, and then finally we get there's three of them. Paul Heyman's gonna fucking fight outside too. He's like, fuck this, I'm gonna fight you too. A lot of shit's going on here. A lot of fucking craziness going on. But at the end of the day, we get Seth Rollins Bron Breakker, right? And then Sami Zayn comes out to help, and then Sami Zayn is not alone because what? Sami Zayn, CM Punk comes out, and the fans go fucking crazy, and the show goes off the air, folks, with everybody just kicking each other's ass. And as I thought the night is going to go to black, and you had the little letters say produced by Paul Levesque and all that shit, out of nowhere, Logan Paul comes out of nowhere. Did I mention out of nowhere? And knocks out the world heavyweight champion with that right hand, a titanium rebuilt right hand. Jimmy, your thoughts as we get ready to go home here?
I'm not going to say much because it is time for us to go. All I'm going to say is I saw this. Didn't I see this last week, the week before that, the week before that? It's kind of rinse and repeat at this point. So I was kind of indifferent to it, to be honest. I didn't really care.
Jargo, your thought, buddy?
Yeah, it was build for Saturday night's main event because we're going to get the tag match and we're going to get the match between Uso and Jake Paul coming up. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, whatever. The problem is what Jimmy said. It's week after week after week of shit finish of your main event. And that's becoming a problem.
Well, I mean, listen, Jargo, if you ain't got nothing to do next week, seriously, man, we have to talk. I mean, we have the Knicks and the Pacers. I mean, by that time, you guys will be down like 0-3 and shit like that, and we'll be ready to clinch at your house. I mean, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm just saying, this is what it is. And I love what Chris Winland says. We'll end with this. The last chat I'm going to mention. He says, "These are the judgment days of our lives." Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we go off the air. Jimmy,
well done.
We got a few minutes here. Why don't we pontificate and promote some of the shows we got here on Channel Attitude and on YouTube's, and hopefully when Ben comes back, we'll get all this shit handled. With it's a StreamYard issue. Just so you guys understand, it's a StreamYard issue where people are getting bumped off, and then the only person that has access to this email is Ben, but he's in the fucking tropical island getting a break, so he deserves it. He's earned it. He's worked very hard for it. So it sucks, but we're just doing the best we can here. So I'm sorry about the late starts and us not putting up shows. And you can go to channelattitude.com. You'll see the Smack Attack with the boys here. They did have a really fun, good show. I did actually listen to it. But what other shows can we put over and pontificate? Jimmy? Well,
unfortunately, I don't have the list, but I mean, hey, you can catch.
I got everything if you want.
Well, yeah, that's why it's probably better if you do the Rip Rogers shows, the Stevie Richards shows, of course. And but most importantly, check out the Smack Attack. This week it was myself and, of course, Dr. Michael Jargo, where we spoke all things SmackDown and, of course, the news in the world of professional wrestling. We even now spoke for a while about Sabu and his passing and what he meant to professional wrestling. So go and check that out. It's $5, channelattitude.com. You will not be disappointed. Also, The Wreckage with myself and the Vet every Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, where we talk things all AEW for all week's worth of AEW, where we sift through the wreckage. And at the moment, like I said, it's back on channelattitude.com. It was on the PWC network also. And, of course, I like a Raw every Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m.
That's us.
Eastern, and that's about it.
That's our show. That's our show.
It is. That's our show.
Before I throw to Jargo, I just want to remind you guys, of course, we have the Impact Attack with the Vet and Brandon. It's up right now on channelattitude.com. And some of our, and of course, the Monday Locker Room, who's up on channelattitude.com. You can check that out, ladies and gentlemen. But we have our affiliate shows, like Wrestling with Rip Rogers. You can go check that out. I believe it's every Monday. I don't really know. We have Living Ain't Easy with our boy Timmy Baltimore. You can check out his YouTube channel, subscribe. He has a lot more subscribers now. Unbelievable interviews. Go check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Stevie Richards, the Stevie Richards Show, where he has hundreds of thousands of subscribers now by this time, but I'm not updating it because it's too much work right now. And this weekend, speaking of Sabu, the Pro Wrestling Reflection will do a pro wrestling spotlight, and they will spotlight the homicidal, the suicidal, the genocidal, the death-defying Sabu. So they will give him some love out there, ladies and gentlemen. So tune in, check that out, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a good show. Please tune in, man. They have the best old school wrestling podcast in the world, and all all of the universes. But speaking of universes, let's talk about you, Jargo. What you got going on, brother? Thank you for joining us, by the way. And the Indiana Pacers suck. Go for it.
Of course. Pacers in 6. I got nothing going on, man. I got nothing going on.
Good. That's why you're here.
I work and I take care of my kids and I take care of my dogs. I take care of my wife and that's pretty much it. So don't follow me on social media. Chances are I do not want to talk to you. But if you are looking to talk to someone, feel free. Go over and hit up the vet at Opinion Haver. Just tell him that Jargo sent you, and he will be more than happy to waste his day talking with you.
Yeah,
more than happy.
Yeah, and tell the vet that he doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to wrestling. He loves that. He loves the fight. He loves it. Speaking over to the vet, guys, head over to his channel right now. Hit the notification bell on Twitch, so you know when he goes live. And he goes live every single Tuesday around this time. So join the vet. He's probably setting things up right now, downloading video games and getting ready to go. Speaking of video games, my wife has become obsessed with what the fuck is this game? Not the Evil Dead. God damn it. Resident Evil?
Yeah, Resident Evil, or you talking about the other one? I know what you're talking about.
No, it's Resident Evil. She's on.
Okay.
She just beats, she's about to beat 7. She's played all of them. I
started playing that too, funny enough, last week. That's good. I like it.
She actually, Jargo, she gets scared. She's like, that's
a scary game, man. 7.
I'm all about Assassin's Creed Shadows right now. I'm having a blast playing through that. I think it's fantastic. I hate the control system, but I love the game.
Well,
interesting.
Well, I hate wrestling, but I love you guys. So, no, I'm kidding. Apologize for coming on late. Just know this: anytime something happens, I oversleep, I'll still do the show. Just be patient. If you hit the notification bell, then you'll know when we go live. So please do that. Share that. We love you guys. Hey, tomorrow, do not forget to tune in as we have me and the vet. I almost forgot to put that over. Yeah, the Next Level Wrestling Review, guys. We're going to be talking some NXT. I'll probably put the YouTube video up sometime late tonight. So just look out for that tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be up. And then tomorrow evening, I'm going to see the Knicks destroy the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton's tampon will fall out mid-game, and we will win once again. With that being said, Jargo, you want to say anything about the Knicks before we go?
Nope.
Knicks in 6, right?
Nope. Pacers in 6.
Oh, Pacers in 6. That doesn't even sound right. Knicks in 6 sounds better. Pacers out.
What about Knicks and dicks, right?
Hey, shut up.
The Knicks suck dicks. What?
It's got a good ring to it.
This is the Hustler at Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hamin Media Group. That's Ben Hamin Media Group. From Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You fucking mark.
See you next week.